Alright guys, this is Zadme here with my very first video, and I am going to tell you guys about Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance on the Nintendo 3DS. Now before I start, I'm going to talk to you guys about the story, enemies, and worlds of Dream Drop Distance. So, let's start with the story. This game's main characters are going to be Sora and Riku respectively. They both have been summoned by Master Yen Sid to take their Mark of Mastery qualifications exam to prove their worth of Keyblade Mastery. But the exam isn't going to take place in their universe in which they know, but in a realm of sleep. So it's kind of like Recoded, where you are in a virtual world fixing bugs and glitches and all that, in Jimmy's journal. But anyways, Sora and Riku will have to face trial after trial and somehow return to Yen Sid to even prove if either of them are masters of Keyblade. So from what it seems like, Sora and Riku will have to face their strongest enemies, Sora's being Xemnas and Riku's being Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, as seen in the first Dream Drop Distance trailer. Now from what I've read in the second trailer's subbed version, Sora and Riku will find a power in the realm of sleep that will help them along in their journey. So I can't help but to relate this to Ven, because here's my little theory going on right now. Ven's heart was released when Sora stabbed himself with the Keyblade of Princess's heart in Kingdom Hearts 1. He released Kairi's heart, his own heart, and Ven's heart, as nobody was created Roxas and all that. So at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, when Roxas became whole with Sora again, I think, my little theory, Ven's heart returned to his body. But, here's the little climactic part here. The main enemies of the game, the Dream Eaters, they might have taken Ven's body into the realm of sleep. Since Ven's been asleep for over 10 years now, this might be a good possibility. So his heart's returned to his body, sure, but he's probably stuck in this realm of sleep. So maybe Sora and Riku run into Ven and they actually bring him back to Yen Sid's place. And then they begin their next journey or whatever in Kingdom Hearts 3 or whatever. So that's just my opinion right there. Now let's get to the good stuff. The last, I don't know, 10 to 15 seconds of the second trailer for Dream Drop Distance. You see a person in a first-person perspective, which is presumed to be Xehanort, Ansem the Wise's apprentice. And you see a strucken down Ienzo, I don't know how to really pronounce his name, and Evan. And you see Xehanort summon Master Xehanort's Keyblade. And then you see him rush to strike down Braig, and then bam, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, bam, trailer over, big mind F. What happened? Well, from what I think, Terra and Master Xehanort were fighting with each other in Xehanort's body. Terra's body, I should say. And they're such a struggle with each other that in the outside world, he was in such rage, frustration, memories fluctuating everywhere, that he struck down Evan and Ienzo, who later becomes Zexion and Vexen, respectively. And who later struck down Braig, later becomes Xigbar. So at that point, that's where all three of them became nobodies, because of Xehanort. Because from what you can see from those 10 seconds or whatever, you see a darkness coming out of Ienzo and Evan, which you must have to presume that that's when they became a Heartless, and their shell rose up in their body, became the nobody. But enough about that, let's go to... oh wait, forgot something. Can't believe I almost forgot it. Sora and Riku will be set to 0, level 1. They will have to restart all over again. Now, why is this? Well, It's because they never learned how to use the Keyblade the correct way from a master. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad Keyblade wielders. Oh no, I'm not saying that at all. They are really good at using their Keyblades, but since they never learned from a proper master or anything, they had to teach themselves throughout the year or so, and just learn it their own way. They had no teacher. So therefore so in this realm of sleep, they learn how to use their Keyblades the correct ways, which they learn how to use commands as they did in Birth by Sleep and Encoded, like Fire Blitz and all that stuff. Now we can get to Dream Eaters. You can kind of relate these guys to Heartless, but the Heartless are from the realm of darkness, whereas the Dream Eaters are from the realm of sleep. Now, there are two types of Dream Eaters. There are Nightmares, your main enemies of the game, which you're going to be fighting a whole lot, and Spirits, basically your allies, replacing Donald and Goofy. They're kind of going to be like D-Links, but instead of just having their abilities and moves, you can actually use them on the battlefield like an actual ally and such. But they can also level up as well. So, like when they level up, you level up and you get stronger. So you actually have to use spirits to get stronger. And when they get stronger, you can then advance to other worlds in this realm of sleep. So it's a simple formula. You get stronger, they get stronger, you get to go to other worlds. That's kind of all I know about the Dream Eaters at this time, but I'm pretty sure we'll learn more about them soon. But right now, let's get to worlds. When Sora defeated Ansem, Seeker of Darkness in Kingdom Hearts 1, most worlds were connected back into the realm of light and restored to normal. But not all of them. The rest of the worlds that weren't restored, they're submerged in the realm of sleep. So since these worlds are asleep, and ironically the realm of, well not ironically, but you know, in the realm of sleep, Sora and Riku will visit these worlds. So when they visit these worlds and all that stuff, they will then be awakened and actually be back in the real universe again, to where the actual real Sora and Riku can visit them in other games like Kingdom Hearts 3 or something. So it's kind of a clever idea to bring more worlds into the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Oh, and also, in the realm of sleep in which Sora and Riku will be in, there are going to be new worlds. Completely new worlds or old worlds with renovations to them, like Traverse Town. There's going to be a 4th and 5th district about these new worlds. We don't know what these new worlds are going to be yet, but the only world that has been revealed right now is a world representing a Hunchback of Notre Dame. So we can only presume that there's going to be even more new worlds as they come along. Like, let's see, which ones can I think of off the top of my head? Treasure Planet, the Black Cauldron. Many opportunities to actually put in new Disney films into the franchise. And even explore more in Kingdom Hearts 3D. I mean Kingdom Hearts 3. But anyways, once those worlds are awakened, they will then be available to Sora and Riku in Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's basically it for worlds right now. Now I do got some theories as to what's going to happen, like what I said earlier with Ventus and his return. One of my other theories being that Sora has to rescue Axel, Roxas, Xion, Naminé, Terra, Aqua, and Ven. They're all connected to Sora in some way, shape, or form, and therefore he's going to save them since they're a part of him. This is relating to like a Kingdom Hearts 3, by the way. If any of this stuff I'm actually talking about even happens in Dream Distance, I'd be glorifyingly happy. But anyways, at one point, all of them will get together, and they're going to have to face Master Xehanort once again, considering his Heartless was destroyed, and then his Nobody was destroyed. And from what Nomura stated in one of his reviews, when a Heartless is destroyed, and then the same person's Nobody is destroyed, they are then recreated as that person again. So this means that Terra and Master Xehanort are now fully back in their bodies, but we don't know where yet. We might find out at the end of Dream Drop Distance. So Sora and company will have to face Master Xehanort, like the ultimate evil of this saga, the Xehanort saga as Nomura says, and they'll have to stop him. And there's this funny scene that always comes to mind where there's a moment with Roxas and Ven just meeting each other. I mean, could you imagine that? Like, just them look at each other and they'd be like, why do you look like me? That scene just always comes to mind whenever I think about, like, the future Kingdom Hearts where everyone just comes together. But, anyway, that's really just about it. That's all I really have to say about everything that I know and what my thoughts are on theories and whatnot. So, if you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. Tell me your thoughts. I'd really like to hear other people's opinions on this game. Either like do a video response or a comment, whatever. So yeah, till next video or whatever. See you guys. Oh guys, there's one more theory I forgot to mention. It's how Sora and Riku are going to get into this dream universe. You see, I think that Yen Sid has a type of machine that allows him to sleep and go into this dream realm. Kind of like how Desmond from Assassin's Creed uses the Amis to relive his ancestors' memories. And just like the bleeding effect with Desmond and how he learned his ancestors' abilities, it's the same way Sora and Riku are going to learn how to use their new abilities as well. So yeah, that's it for sure this time. Bye guys.